I am in the liminal space between two worlds, and I must fully see one chapter closed and die to that chapter of my life before something else can be reborn. And that I get to go through the birthing process of not only birthing my daughter, but rebirthing myself. We're back, baby, with a brand new season of the It's Fucking Spiritual podcast. Join us each week as we have unfiltered conversations about how to transform your life. Our mission is to usher in a new era of spirituality where you don't have to be all love and light to live a life of alignment. Here, we honor all of it, the profound and the profane, the magic and the messy, and all things that make you human. So let's discuss the truth behind transformation and be unapologetic in our evolution. From manifestation to money, embodiment to energy, and all taboo topics, nothing is going to be off limits. Are you ready to live a life that feels just as good as it looks? Let's get fucking spiritual. Hey, what's up, my friends, and welcome back to another episode, the final episode of the It's Fucking Spiritual podcast. Wow, I feel like sitting here saying those words, it's hitting me in this moment, what this means. And yeah, wow. Okay, so if you have not yet listened to my last episode, the engagement episode, where I introduce you to my fiance, go listen to that first, because otherwise you are going to be a little lost in this episode and get a lot of spoilers. And I want you to have the full update of everything that's going on. So go back and pause this right now and go listen to that episode if you haven't. And for the rest of you, if you have, then you already know the massive life update that I have, the many life updates that I have. And maybe you felt it, or maybe not, but this journey for me, at least in this iteration of It's Fucking Spiritual, is officially coming to a close. And wow, I've been reflecting so much on my journey. I started this podcast 4 years ago, living in Houston, Texas. It was just an audio podcast. I think I had 3,000 followers on the internet, and I was terrified and I was scared, and didn't know if anybody would ever listen to it, and I had no idea what it would turn into and what it would become. And many of you, especially those of you who have been with me on the journey, which I have many that have, or if you've listened to the first episodes, then you have heard the insane journey and transformation that I have been on in those 4 years. And I talk a lot about the differences between season 1 and season 2 and the energy and what I've learned and all of it. Now I feel that I am about to embark on a whole new journey, and it is going to require so much of me as I am a wife and become a mother. And I have known that the end of It's Fucking Spiritual would come at some point, and I've known that it was coming for a while. Even before I knew I was having a baby, even before I knew that I would marry this man, this beautiful, incredible man, before he even came into my life. The entire second season have been dying to this brand because I've changed. And what I want to speak to is I don't know what is going to come next. And I know fully that I get to die to my maiden self and get to be reborn as a mother. And I don't know who that woman is going to be, but I do know that this work is so much of the purpose in my life. And now my purpose is expanding into being a wife and a mom and being a present mom and and fully putting into practice in my life what I have learned and feel like what I've been training for over these past couple of years, which has been surrendering and trusting and being in my feminine and fully reorienting me to the energy in which I started this podcast, which was so fun and so beautiful. And I love that version of 26-year-old me who was like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to create this podcast and it's going to be, this funky, edgy brand. And I'm going to say fuck in the title. And it's been so fun. And we've been on a journey together and we've grown together and we've laughed together and we've cried together. And you've seen this podcast that became its own entity grow, and it will always live on. I'll always leave it up here for you to listen and to binge the episodes. I just know that the energy in which this show was born, it was my maiden self. And she was spunky, and I still am, but she was spunky and fun and edgy and rebellious. And it served her so much. And in this process, I got to learn how to stand on my own 2 feet, how to own who I am, how to find my voice, how to inspire other people, how to connect with women like you on this journey. And we got to learn together and grow together. And it was such a cool journey to go on and to get to sit with you here week after week and share my heart and share what was going on in my life and share my growth. And then to take, a year off of the podcast and go on my own journey and in sommatics and find feminine work, and to come back in season 2 and to be on camera and to have it be a interview podcast and have it be so successful and meet the coolest people and dream guests and just really show myself that I could create this and also hopefully inspire you along the way to create your own version of success in your life. And hopefully it helped heal a part of you, getting to tune in week after week and put this work into practice in your own life. And since I've come back the whole entirety of season 2, I've always been in the inquiry around the energy of it's fucking spiritual, so fun, and not fully me anymore. And I've talked about it on the show that, I went through my Saturn return and I went through entering my 30s and I went through a softening and I let go of the rebellion in me. And I mean, she's still there. Don't get me wrong, but I let go of the energy of having to prove. And I went on this feminine path and it softened my heart and it changed how I show up and it allowed me to be in my spine in an even deeper way. And I think really what it was is I went through such a deep maturation during this time. And I know that you can feel it. And I've been in such deep inquiry around what do I want to do with the show? Do we want to rebrand it? Do we want to turn it into something else? And I've been in that question. And then enter my now husband into my life. And enter this baby into my life. And it just became so clear that what I created as a maiden was so beautiful and so impactful and so amazing. And yet that chapter is coming to a close. Oh, just letting that sink in as I say that. Because while there's so much beauty, and if you listened to our engagement episode where I introduced you to my husband, he and I got off filming and I was like, gosh, it really does sound like we live in this fairy tale. And there's a part of me that wants to be like, of course there's like hard things and stuff too, but Also, I'm not going to manufacture that like it's been challenging. We've just been in this most beautiful, incredible season. And I'm really just in this place of like really receiving the fruits that I've worked so hard for in my life, and feeling like I have nothing more to force or to prove. And the iteration and the journey that I've been on and who I was up until this point, like I love her. And I feel that I'm dying to her. She'll always be a part of me, but this is now a season where I get to be a wife and where I get to enter into this new chapter of parenthood and meet myself as a mother. And I don't know what that's going to hold, and I don't know what that's going to look like, but I do know that that old version of me and this new version of me can't exist simultaneously and don't. And yeah, and while we're going through the most beautiful chapter of our life, I'm also going through such a death. And I guess that's the part that's been challenging, is really asking myself the question, what does this become? And who am I becoming now? And what is clear to me is that I am not done because this work is such a part of me, and being a steward for this work and a teacher of this work and sharing it with you has been so much of my life and will continue to be. I am clear that it will not be It's Fucking Spiritual moving forward. But it may be a new podcast. It may be a new brand. It may be something around going from maiden to mother. It may be something around the feminine work. And yeah, maybe parenthood. I have no clue. But what I'm clear about is that I am in the liminal space between two worlds. And I must fully see one chapter closed and die to that chapter of my life before something else can be reborn. And that I get to go through the birthing process of not only birthing my daughter, but rebirthing myself. And then on the other side, and I don't know if it will be when she's 6 months or 2 years or when or what it will look like, but I will come back to share the wisdom that I've gained. And yeah, it's so clear to me that I go, for me personally, through these cycles where I learn a lot and then I share it, and then I go into my cocoon and I embody it and I do this work, and then I come back out and I share it. And I've gone through these cycles multiple times before, and this is going to be another one of those times. And I will come back out and I will share my wisdom and I will reconnect with all of you. But for now, this journey in this iteration is coming to a close. So I just wanted to take this last episode to honor the journey we've been on, and to honor you, and to thank you for being here and for trusting me and for tuning in. And no matter how long you've been on the journey, whether that is you just found me or you've been on the journey the past 4 years and even before, thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. It's been such a joy. Such the joy of my life to get to hear from you, connect with you, meet so many of you in person, have so many of you in my programs, or just receive your messages, see your comments on Apple and Spotify and your DMs. And I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss this season of my life. And I also so trust the unfolding and what is to come. And I trust that this is not a goodbye. It's just a see you later. And I can't wait to re-meet you on the other side of this journey. And I hope that the nearly 200 episodes that I've done up until this point, that you can go back and binge them and still receive wisdom from them, because you're different now than when maybe you listened to them before. or maybe they're new to you now in this moment. And I hope that they continue to serve you and continue to meet you where you are on your journey. And what I'll say is do not unfollow this show. Stay following, or if you're not following it, make sure you follow it on Apple, on Spotify, and follow me on Instagram at Rachel Gibbler, because whenever I do come out with something new, we'll definitely post on this podcast and let you know. We'll do a little episode and give you an update if we decide to do a new podcast. And same thing with Instagram. For now, I am still going to post there when it's resonant and when it makes sense. And we'll give you guys life updates along the way. And probably share over there what I've learned and what I am learning as I go through the second half of my pregnancy and through birth and all of it. And and I hope that in the ways that I continue to show up online as I do, that they continue to serve you and help you. And connect with me over there. I would love to hear what this show has meant to you. If you have a love note for me or want to send me a DM, I love to connect with you guys, and I would love to hear from you. I will say sometimes my DM requests don't go through. So if I don't get back to you, half the time I don't see them, and then it downloads like 4 weeks later or 4 months later. So just letting you know that can happen. But please send me a message. I would love to receive it, or comment here on wherever you're listening to the show. I would love to, just connect with you, see you, feel what you got from this podcast. It would mean the world to me to just know and to get to feel you listening. And you all met my fiance. I guess I'll answer what's next for me. Obviously motherhood, but you met my fiance, and we both desire to enter into a container in our marriage of just the masculine feminine, where he is providing. And I think I mentioned this on the show previously that he and I did, where he's providing and where I'm really fully surrendering into that and really surrendering into motherhood. And we both deeply want that. And I feel like I have prepared myself. The life that I've created up until this point has so graciously allowed me the capacity and the ability to be able to meet that, because I would have been such a no for that when I was in my boss babe era and just years ago. And through doing all of this work, it just feels so right to be able to be in our cocoon and be in our home and not be outward on camera all the time, even though this is such a part of my purpose and such a part of what I love, and I will miss it for the time being. He and I love doing our podcast. We were like, maybe we should do a show. So if you would ever want to know things from the both of us, let me know. And I'll just presence, if you didn't get a chance to work with me, I am closing down all of my live coaching programs and my retreats for now. But again, follow me on Instagram at Rachel Gibbler, and I might open up some things, maybe something next year that's smaller groups, maybe motherhood stuff. So we'll see. Follow me on Instagram, and you'll be the first to know if and when that happens. But if you ever did want to work with me and you didn't get the chance, I'm going to list out some ways that you can still receive my knowledge, my wisdom, and really take the work that you hear on this podcast and apply it to your life through some of my passive programs. So the first one, the main one, you have heard me talk about it. It is Expand. It is my somatic embodiment coaching program. It is a 6-week program that you would get access to all of the recordings. It takes you through my entire 6-step process. You will learn somatic tools and how to release stuck energy in the body, learning parts work, all the different stuff I talk about on the podcast. It is probably my most popular program, and gets really incredible results and just brings all of this work together. So check out Expand. You will see that. I'm going to put everything in the show notes. So if that feels calling to you, so much of it is inner child work and coupled with somatic work. It's a more advanced program. So but you don't have to have done somatics before in order to receive it. So go look at Expand. I have that. I also have Manifestation University. It is my self-development 101 and manifestation 101 course, all about manifestation energetics, how to create what it is that you desire in your life. And it is a behemoth course. It is, again, all passive worksheets, things like that. Check that out as well. Also, if you have ever wanted to become a Reiki practitioner, Reiki 1 and 2, a Reiki master, you guys know Allie. She is my retreat co-facilitator. She's been here on the podcast. You can also reach out to her. She's been the coach for It's Fucking Spiritual off and on for a couple of years. And she is phenomenal. And I fully endorse her work as well. And she has a Reiki attunement course that you can go through, especially if you are someone that is a coach or a practitioner and you would like to be attuned. Also with that, we have a breathwork certification course as well that I partner with, that I am not teaching, but that I have gone through myself and that I am also very close with as well. And so let them know that you came from me if you want to get breathwork certified. So that is also going to be in the show notes. Oh, one last thing. If you are interested in learning more about the feminine work, relationships with the masculine, with men, or future motherhood, maiden to mother. You don't have to be a mother yet, but maiden to mother, getting yourself, like the feminine maturation. If you're interested in walking that path, being really solid in your feminine truth and your spine and your confidence, and attract a partner that matches that, get on the wait list. Sign up on email. That will help me know who is interested in something like that in the future. It won't be this year until after my daughter's born. It will be probably next year. But please sign up for that so that I know and can gauge interest. And again, it's just a wait list. You just put your email in and then I would reach out to you if and when we create something like that. So put that there as well. And I think those will be the ways to work with me or receive from my knowledge while I am on this sabbatical, becoming a mom. And it's just so crazy to be sitting here with you now and to think about who I was 4 years ago, this single girl that was just really wanting to start a show and hoping somebody would listen, to now sitting here as a wife, becoming a mom with, I think, 1.2 million listeners at this point. It's not lost on me, this insane journey that we've been on together. And it's not lost on me that this would not have happened without you pressing play over and over again, without you trusting me. Wow. And I promise, I know this isn't the end for this journey. It's just a close to this chapter. And I'm so excited to re-meet you in the next iteration of whoever we both become. And so with that, if you have any questions about courses, programs, all of that stuff, please DM me at Rachel Gibler, or you can email me at support@rachelgibler.com. And until next time, until whenever that is, and I'll hopefully see you on Instagram here soon. But with that, I love you all. Thank you for being here. And I'll see you whenever I see you. Not in the next episode of this, but probably in the first episode of something new eventually. And with that, I love you. Thank you so much.